Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into something both fun and incredibly useful, the 9 phrases a woman says when she likes you. Have you ever been in a conversation and walked away thinking, wait, was she dropping hints? Or did she really mean something more by that comment? Chances are you've experienced a moment where you weren't 100% sure if a woman was showing genuine interest or just making polite conversation. In this video, we'll decode 9 common phrases, things a woman might say when she's feeling that spark but isn't necessarily going to come right out and say, hey, I like you. Let's face it, flirting and genuine interest can sometimes be cloaked in everyday words, subtle compliments, or the simplest remarks that hold deeper meaning. And while every person is unique, some might be more direct, others more reserved. There are patterns in the ways people express affection or romantic curiosity. We'll look at not just the phrases themselves, but also the context and tone that often accompany them. Because it's not always about the exact words, sometimes, how she says something or when she says it can speak volumes. So, if you're ready to sharpen your radar for these signals and potentially gain a bit more clarity in your social or dating life, you're in the right place. Grab a snack, get comfortable, and let's jump right into these 9 key phrases a woman might say when she likes you, phrases that can help you understand if her interest is more than friendly. One of the clearest indicators that a woman is interested is when she compliments you, but not just a run-of-the-mill, polite compliment like, nice shirt. Instead, she points out something specific. Maybe it's the way you styled your hair today, or the fact that you're wearing a particular band's t-shirt. She might say, I love how you always wear bold colors, or you have a great smile, you should show it more often. When a woman zooms in on a detail about you, your cologne, your watch, that new pair of sneakers, she's essentially saying, I notice you. I pay attention. And, more than that, she's also letting you know she finds something about your appearance or style appealing. In casual conversation, many compliments can be surface level or purely polite. But when she takes the time to mention something specific about you that others might have overlooked, it suggests she's been observing you closely. This is especially telling if it happens repeatedly. For instance, if every few days she finds a new detail to point out, like, that jacket really suits you or your new haircut makes you look so sharp, that's a big hint she's drawn to your look and personality. She's going beyond a standard, generic compliment to highlight something that resonates with her. Additionally, pay attention to her tone. Does she sound genuinely enthusiastic, almost a bit excited when she says it? Does she hold eye contact and maybe smile in a warm, slightly shy way? That genuine warmth often indicates that her words come from a place of admiration or potential attraction, not just politeness. So, whenever you hear a very detailed compliment, I love your sense of humor or I love the way you explain things, it's worth noting. She's probably letting you know, in her own subtle manner, I like you and I can't help but notice these great things about you. Humor is a massive connector in human interactions. When a woman goes out of her way to say, you're really funny, or you always make me laugh, it usually means more than just a casual acknowledgement of a joke. It's a direct reflection of the joy or amusement she feels when you're around. However, it's not just the phrase itself, it's how often she brings it up and the context in which it appears. Suppose you've cracked a light joke, and she's not just giggling politely, she's genuinely laughing, maybe touching your arm, leaning closer, or remarking, oh my gosh, you crack me up. That's a sign she's comfortable around you, loves your vibe, and wants you to know she appreciates this part of your personality. In many cases, women value a sense of humor very highly. Saying you're really funny can be a socially acceptable, non-awkward way of expressing a deeper interest. Instead of outright saying, I'm really attracted to you, she might use your humor as a channel to express admiration. It feels more casual, more comfortable, but the sentiment can be just as potent. Moreover, if she references your funniness outside the moment, like maybe you meet again, and she says, I was telling my friends how hilarious you are. That's an extra indicator she's thinking about you even when you're not there. She's recapping your interactions and possibly sharing them with her social circle. Another angle to watch: does she set you up for jokes? Maybe she'll say something like, you have to tell me that story again, I love how you describe it. That signals she's actively inviting you to showcase your humor, which likely means she enjoys hearing it, enjoying you. Essentially, she's offering a space for you to shine, hinting that she likes what you bring to the conversation and wants more of it. Curiosity is a strong sign of interest. When a woman repeatedly says something along the lines of tell me more about that hobby of yours, or I'd love to know more about your job, what's it like? It means she values your perspective and wants to dive deeper into your world. Think about it, in our busy lives, time and attention are precious. People don't usually bother to dig deeper into topics that don't interest them. So, if she's leaning forward, eyes sparkling, and saying, no, really, I want to hear about your experience traveling last summer, that's her subtle way of extending the conversation. She's effectively saying, I'm invested in you and your stories. You intrigue me. It doesn't have to be a glamorous subject, either. She might show genuine interest in your daily routine, your workout plan, or your old school memories. For instance, if you mention you played guitar in high school, and she responds with that's so cool, what got you into music? Or do you still play? That's a direct invitation to share more about yourself. Additionally, how she follows up can be telling. If she references your stories later, like hey, last time you mentioned your dream trip to Iceland, any updates on that? It shows she not only listened but remembered. That memory retention often indicates emotional or romantic interest, because people typically recall details about someone they like. She might also pepper her interest with compliments, like you're so ambitious. That's fascinating, or you're really dedicated, that's impressive. By pairing her curiosity with admiration, she's reinforcing that she appreciates who you are. This blend of sincerity, curiosity, and praise can be a major sign that her interest in you goes beyond friendship. When a woman is attracted to you, she might highlight or praise your intelligence, knowledge, or problem-solving skills. A statement like how did you know that? You're so smart, is a direct way to show that she admires your brainpower and respects what you bring to the table intellectually. Of course, compliments on intelligence can range from quick remarks, wow, you always have the best advice, to more focused praise, you explain things so clearly, you're brilliant. Either way, when she calls out your smarts, it's a sign she's taking note of your mental or expertise-based attributes, not just your looks or personality. Sometimes, this phrase can come up in group settings. For example, if you solve a tricky puzzle, answer a trivia question, or figure out a complex problem at work, and she exclaims I don't know how you do it, you're seriously clever. She's both amazed and possibly a bit charmed. Her tone might be playful or earnest, but underlying it is a desire to express, I see your capabilities, and I'm impressed. Intellectual attraction is a significant form of connection. If she frequently prods you with questions, asks for your insight on challenging issues, or praises your knowledge, that's often her way of saying, I value your mind, and that's part of what I like about you. Additionally, watch how she reacts in these moments. If she leans in, smiles, or even playfully challenges you by saying something like, okay, smarty pants, show me more, that indicates both comfort and interest. She's turning your intelligence into a mini flirting opportunity. The underlying message: I'm noticing your skills, and it's drawing me in. This phrase often pops up in casual chats about dating, relationships, or personal preferences. When a woman says, "I wish more guys were like you," she's essentially drawing a line between you, as a positive example, and other men she's encountered who haven't met her standards. It's a roundabout way of highlighting that you possess qualities she deems admirable, desirable, or even rare. This remark can come after you do something particularly kind, thoughtful, or chivalrous. Maybe you helped her carry something heavy, listened attentively when she talked about a personal issue, or simply treated her with genuine respect in a situation where she's used to experiencing the opposite. Her statement suggests you stand out in a refreshing, positive way. Another angle is that it signals potential romantic or at least preferential interest. She might be hinting, "You're the kind of man I'd actually consider dating," but framed in a general observation about guys. It feels safer and less vulnerable for her to say it that way, instead of, "I wish you'd date me." Also note if she pairs this phrase with a playful laugh or a quick glance at you to gauge your reaction. She might be testing whether you'll pick up on the hint that she's singled you out. If she follows up with something like, "Seriously, though, you've got such a good heart, why can't more men be this genuine?" you can bet she's not just talking about men in general, she's quietly paying you a strong compliment. If you hear this phrase more than once or see it accompanied by other flirtatious behaviors, it's an even stronger clue that she might want more than just friendship. She's basically telling you, "You've got the qualities I'm looking for, so keep your ears open for this one." Whenever a woman says, "I told my friends about you," or "My friends know who you are," it's usually a big deal. Why? Because people don't typically bring someone up in conversations with their close friends unless that person has piqued their interest in a meaningful way. Mentioning you specifically indicates you occupy at least a small, or possibly large, space in her thoughts outside of your direct interactions. This phrase can pop up casually, like if you did something amusing or impressive and she said, "I had to tell my friends about that hilarious story you told me." Or maybe you offered her some great advice, and she confided to her best friend how refreshing it was to meet someone who really listens and understands. In either scenario, telling her social circle means you're noteworthy in her eyes. Additionally, close friends often serve as a barometer for a woman's romantic interest. If she's talking about you, it might mean she's testing the waters with her inner circle, seeing if they approve or share her excitement about you. Sometimes, you might catch a friend teasing her in front of you, or they drop hints like, "Oh, so you're the guy she's always talking about." That's basically confirmation that you're on her mind enough to become a topic of conversation. One subtle indicator is how frequently she references her friend group's reaction. "They said you sound really fun," or "They think we should hang out more." If she's repeating this, it can be a careful way to gauge your response to whether you're open to more involvement in her life. So if you hear, "I had to tell my friends about you," it's not just idle chatter. It's a sign you've made an impression strong enough for her to share with the people she trusts most. That's a definite green light she has some level of affection or admiration for you. When a woman says, "We should do that together sometime," in reference to an event, activity, or place, it's a classic invitation disguised as a casual suggestion. Maybe you mention a new restaurant you're dying to try, a hiking trail that looks fun, or an upcoming movie you're excited about. If her immediate response is something like, "That sounds awesome, we should go together," she's signaling a desire to spend more time with you, one-on-one. This phrase often acts like a gentle nudge. She's testing if you'll pick up the baton and make concrete plans. It's a halfway point between waiting for you to initiate everything and being overtly direct about wanting a date. Essentially, she's offering a blueprint for how you two can hang out beyond whatever context you usually see each other, like school, work, or group settings. Watch for how she says it. Is there excitement in her voice? Does she lean forward, maybe rest a hand on your arm, or flash a bright smile as she proposes it? Those nonverbal cues can confirm she's not just being polite, she genuinely wants that shared experience. If you're unsure about her intentions, consider the context. Did she single you out specifically, saying we should do that together, rather than we should get a group to do it? The use of we in a direct one-on-one context strongly points to personal interest. She's not calling for the whole friend group or the entire office, she's focusing on you as her partner in crime for that activity. Additionally, pay attention to whether she follows up on it. Some people make casual suggestions but never bring them up again. If she circles back a few days later with, "So, about that new coffee place, are we still going?" that's an even bigger sign she's keen to make the plan a reality. Her persistence reveals she's not just filling the conversation, she's hoping you'll take her up on the idea. Anytime someone says "you remind me of," it usually means they're drawing a parallel between you and something or someone they admire. If a woman compares you to a favorite character, a celebrity she respects, or even a cherished friend she holds in high esteem, that can be a strong hint she sees admirable traits in you. For instance, if she says, "You remind me of Chris Evans in the way you carry yourself," or "Your sense of humor is just like my cousin who's the funniest guy I know," she's paying you a subtle tribute. She's basically telling you, "I associate you with something or someone positive." Another angle is if she compares you to a musician, an author, or an athlete she's fond of. It might be less about you literally looking or acting like them, and more about capturing a vibe or quality she appreciates, like kindness, confidence, or ambition. In that sense, "You remind me of" stands in for "I'm seeing qualities in you that I genuinely admire and that stand out." Sometimes, this phrase can be layered with light teasing, like "You remind me of my big brother's best friend, who's both goofy and super protective." On the surface, it may sound like an odd comparison. But, reading between the lines, she's grouping you with someone she trusts or cherishes. This can be her way of saying, "I feel comfortable around you and like your vibe." Additionally, if she frequently mentions how you remind her of something or someone beloved, it means you're resonating with her on a personal level. People don't usually form associations to important figures or cherished memories lightly. So hearing "you remind me of" a few times is a definite clue she's drawn to your presence and personality. This phrase might seem more emotional or direct than the others, but it's a strong sign of genuine appreciation, and potentially romantic feelings, when a woman says something like, "I really appreciate you," or "I'm glad you're in my life." These statements aren't tossed around casually, especially if she says them in a moment of sincerity, rather than just as a quick parting comment. Context matters a lot here. Maybe you helped her through a stressful situation, offered valuable emotional support, or simply were consistently kind and dependable. If her response is, "I really appreciate everything you do, thank you," and she pairs it with warm eye contact or a gentle touch, that often indicates she's feeling a deeper connection. Another version might be, "I don't know what I'd do without you," or "I'm so happy you're around." It's basically gratitude, but with an undercurrent of, "Your presence genuinely impacts me in a positive way." That deeper layer of meaning can signify that she's not just being polite, she's expressing that you hold a special place in her life. These words often come out during or after a significant event, like if you showed up for her in a big way, or if you're consistently the person she turns to when she's dealing with a problem. The timing can make the impact even more profound. For instance, if she says it during a heartfelt conversation about life goals or personal struggles, you can bet she trusts and values you. In romantic contexts, such expressions of appreciation can be a step toward more open feelings. She may not have said, "I have a crush on you," but telling you she appreciates you, that she's glad you exist in her world, is often code for "I see you as more than a casual friend, I see you as important, and I want you to realize that." And there you have it, 9 phrases that can reveal when a woman likes you, often without her coming right out and saying it. Let's recap briefly. I love your specific detail. Detailed compliments show she's paying close attention and truly admires something about you. You're really funny. When she consistently laughs at your jokes or praises your humor, she's probably enjoying you as much as your wit. Tell me more about something personal. Genuine curiosity about your life, passions, and experiences usually points to deeper interest. How did you know that? You're so smart. Compliments on intelligence or problem-solving skills signal she's noticing your mind, not just your appearance. I wish more guys were like you. Comparing you favorably to other men is a strong clue she's intrigued or impressed by your qualities. I had to tell my friends about you. If she's talking about you to her close circle, you've definitely grabbed her attention, and possibly her heart. We should totally do that together sometime. A casual invitation that doubles as a sign she wants more one-on-one time with you. You remind me of. Drawing parallels between you and someone or something she admires is a big hint she sees admirable traits in you. I really appreciate you. I'm glad you're in my life. Deep expressions of gratitude or happiness about your presence can be emotionally charged signals of genuine affection. Remember, context is king, or queen. Not every woman who says these phrases automatically wants to date you or is deeply in love. Life is full of nuances. Sometimes people are just extremely friendly or complimentary. However, if you see these phrases coming your way repeatedly, and they're accompanied by positive body language, like smiling, leaning in, maintaining eye contact, or if you catch an extra note of warmth in her voice, chances are quite high that she's into you. Be mindful of the bigger picture. How often do these phrases pop up? Does she single you out for conversations? Is she referencing personal details about you that she remembers from a long time ago? All of these factors combined will give you a better overall sense of her true feelings. Also, keep in mind that people express themselves in different ways depending on culture, personality, and comfort level. A shy person might drop these hints in a quieter manner, while a more outgoing woman might be bold, pairing these phrases with playful teasing or direct invites. Finally, if you suspect there's mutual interest, it's perfectly okay to take a small risk, respond with openness, reciprocate her curiosity, or simply ask her out for a casual hangout to see if the vibe is indeed romantic. Good communication can clear the air if you're still uncertain. You might be pleasantly surprised how a genuine, kind approach can lead to a solid connection. Thanks for watching, or reading, all the way through. If you found this breakdown helpful, be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our upcoming content on relationships, self-improvement, and all things personal growth. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Have you heard any of these phrases in real life? What's your experience been like? We'd love to hear your stories. That's it for now. Keep an ear out for these little verbal signs, stay confident, and remember, you never know who might be dropping these hints your way. Until next time, take care and we'll see you in the next video.